Alright guys, welcome to this video. I feel very obligated to share the good, the bad, and the ugly on Ironman training, and in this video of my 13.1 mile half marathon time trial, you will get the ugly with some very honest feedback on why this happened, as well as kind of my takeaways from it. So without further ado, enjoy the video. Alright, good morning everyone. So today we have my half marathon time trial. I am about to eat breakfast. You saw I just picked up a coffee. We got a Americano with some almond milk and some sugar-free vanilla pumps. I am pumped for this half marathon time trial. So what's different about this workout compared to others is we're gonna use this time to create my future Ironman workouts and set pacing targets for those workouts. So this workout is really critical and a big workout in this Ironman prep because it's gonna set the tone on what my future Ironman prep workouts look like and what my future number targets look like and really help my progression. So it's important that I do perform to the best of my ability here and really set the bar high, because obviously I wanna compete with myself and perform on this Ironman and get a great time. So we're about to cook us some breakfast. I'm going to stretch for about an hour and a half today. Not all stretching, some mobility, some foam rolling, some other stuff to loosen up the legs. I don't usually do that, and I wouldn't usually do that, even though it's a long run and a time trial. It's gonna be my longest run ever to date. But the reason I'm doing it today is because I've had some serious IT band tightness, and we want to just be safe rather than sorry. So I'll be working my calf with this little massage gun. That's not a good one, that's one of those Fugazi ones, but we can still apply some pressure, and then obviously we're gonna do a lot of stretches. So I'll show you guys my breakfast. All right guys, what is up? So here is breakfast. We got peanut butter on protein oats, 60 grams of oats. You see the granola in there. This has about 60 or 70 grams of carbs, and then before the run, it's also well salted. So I'm trying to keep my electrolyte balance well. I'm hydrating well this morning. I hydrated well last night. Last night for dinner, I had about 150 grams of carbs. So we're treating this like a race for the first time. So race day vibes. I'm testing nutrition pre-race, quote unquote, and intra. So we have salt tabs. This is the first time I'm gonna be experimenting with those. And I'm gonna take one 90 minutes before the run with 50 grams of carbs. And that'll be probably 2 bananas. I like bananas in the sense that they're very quick digesting and they have a good amount of potassium. And for some reason, they just work really well with me. So I don't like the goos when I run. I really don't. They have a tendency to come back either right away or around mile 6 or 7 if it's a longer run. When I say come back, I mean come back. So no bueno, no goos during the run. And then during the run, we're gonna go for 25 grams of carbs at mile 5 and mile 10 in the form of electrolyte drink. So that'll also have some sodium, and we're gonna have another salt tab at mile 9 or 10. I forget exactly, I'll have to check with my coach. All right, so a little stretching and mobility done. We showered up before that, so just to loosen the body up. Now I'm gonna tape up. I mentioned my IT band, so it's my first time ever using this sports tape on my legs, or anywhere for that matter. It's pretty popular in the sports space and especially triathlon. I hope it works. I'm gonna put it along my IT band. Honestly, I feel really good. I think I'm gonna fly unless my knee starts bothering me. So let's just hope that doesn't happen, because that would be annoying. Training's going so good. We just don't want that to get in the way. So we tape up, then we'll throw some leggings on over this. It's a nice day, so I'm gonna down this salt tab right here for the first time. It is 11:35, and actually I'm gonna take the salt tab right now. And it'll be my first time taking it. We're about 90 minutes out from the run, so let's get it. All right, we are here at the location we are going to start running. It is beautiful, Lake Norman, North Carolina. We are going to run 2.5 miles out, come back 2.5 miles here. That'll be 5 miles. Grab my nutrition, which I'll just leave on the hood of my car. I'll drink it, kind of run around that way, then sort of spin around, put it back around my car, the bottle, and then go another 2 miles, and then come back, drink my last thing of nutrition, and then finish the run
after that. So breaking it down like that, it doesn't sound so bad. It's fueling up mile 5 and 9. So without further ado, let's get it.
Unfortunately, I did not finish the time trial. I think it's important that I share the good, the bad, and the ugly on this channel. So it was not because of performance or stamina or endurance. It was because my IT band, which I mentioned earlier in the video, essentially blew up. It got really, really bad and it forced me to stop. Now, I was not smart during the run. Every 5 minutes-ish, I felt the pain getting more and more dull, kind of pounding, and just more painful, period. And instead of stopping, I kept going and kept going, and I decided to run all the way back to my car and finish the route. When I was 3 miles in, I could have turned around. Basically, I ran way further than I should have, okay? And when I got back to my car, I was 43 minutes into the run. I was 5.69 miles in, and my pace was incredible. It was 7.54. Other than the knee, I felt powerful, I felt strong, the salt tab, the carb up, it all worked great, and I felt that, which is why it was really frustrating. Now, when I got in my car, I did something really stupid. I rehydrated like I would have anyway at around that time during the run. That was my plan. 45 minutes in, I was gonna drink 20 grams of carbs. So I did that, but I stopped, I was done, and then my mind started playing games with myself, and I started thinking, well, geez, my pace was so good, maybe I just went out of the gate hot, maybe I just blew up, maybe it was just me, maybe my knee wasn't really hurting as bad as I thought, maybe I was just tired, maybe I just needed these carbs, and I made a big mistake, got out of my car about 4 minutes later, and ran about 100 yards with the intention that I was gonna finish the time trial. And about 100 yards out, my knee and leg completely seized up and froze, like it got stuck. The IT band is basically the issue that's common with runners, is it rubs against your kneecap. And so it got stuck and I freaked out. I was freaking out the whole run. Honestly, this whole week I was freaking out because for me, injuries are a sensitive topic. They ended my baseball career and I'm just very sensitive about them. So in my head, I just wanted to pretend like it wasn't there. I wanted to run through it because I thought I needed to build this mileage up now. I was over exaggerating the fact that taking 10 days off would be the end of the world of running. And anyway, I was very relieved when, I texted my coach, and we have plenty of time to regroup and recuperate on the running. I'm still going to be able to build tons of endurance during these next 10 days to 2 weeks, just cycling and swimming. I'm going to become a fish, okay? And I'm not going to lose anything, really. And I was relieved. I needed to hear that. I should have been more vocal about how severe I thought the injury was. I did bring it up, but I sort of hid its severity a little. And it's not crazy serious, but ITBS is common in runners, and it's common, it just gets worse unless you end it. So for me, I'm gonna really hit the mobility and strengthening the small twitch muscles hard that are gonna build it up. I have been going way too aggressive on the easy runs, which led me to be here. And yeah, I just wanted to share kind of the good, the bad, and the ugly. I did not finish the time trial. I'm ready to, get to work at rehabbing this thing. Again, it's not a tear or anything serious. It's common in runners, but without proper attention, it gets worse. And to replace the running, we're still gonna do walking. And as crazy as that sounds, it's actually very common in Ironman prep. People always kind of get aches and tweaks that set them back throughout the journey. So I should have known to been more vocal about this and to hear it earlier, but I didn't. So anyway, that's an update on the time trial. It's a shame, it's frustrating, but we are gonna, get back out there and we're gonna crush it. So, all right guys, what is going on? So it's the next day now, and I'm just doing a recovery spin out on the bike. As you guys saw, I did not finish my 13.1 mile time trial due to the ITBS injury. And I think that brings up a great point. And that is the point of not sticking and trusting the process as well as I should have. I did this to myself. I was not smart
like I mentioned, I got out of the car and I kept trying to run on it, but this injury was a result of constant going over the effort level that I was supposed to put in. I would be required to put in a 6 or 7 effort on some of my long runs. I'd end up going 7, 8, 9, and honestly, I'd end it with like a 9.5, 10. And sure, that's great to do once in a while, but not every time. And this is an Ironman, not a sprint, okay? I come from a background of baseball where, you know, it's 5, 6, 7 seconds, you're going all out. You're diving for that ball, you're sprinting to snag a fly ball in the outfield, or you're digging for a double. But in this sport, you're playing the long game. You need strategy, you need to conserve energy, you need to be able to move as far as you can while giving the calmest, least amount of effort so you can preserve yourself to strike. And that's what I need to get better at. I am really, really good at the mental digging, pushing at a high heart rate, but that's detrimental to me. That caused my knee to build up the injury over time, and then of course my stupidity and ignorance, which is closely related to me going too hard every time and not listening or being capable of taking it easy. It's an ego thing. That caused me to run when I knew I was already hurt. And frankly, I've been doing time trials every single long run when I'm not supposed to. And now when I needed to do one, because it was crucial, I couldn't do it. So a lot of lessons learned there. When my coach says give an RPE 6 or 7, now I'm gonna do that. It's really important for me to train my body to be able to last. I would be broken if I got hurt, because I've been hurt twice in my life that ended baseball, which I loved. And this Ironman means a lot to me. I really want to do it. I'm grinding, man. This training is beating me up mentally, physically. And if something like an injury ruins it, something I can't control, but at the same time I can control, I can't control pushing through it. There's no way to run an Ironman if my IT band is on the side of my knee, you know, rubbing against it. But there's a way I can control preventing that injury, and that is listening to my coach and doing the prescribed efforts I have to do, because that's, I don't know, you know, this sport, and my mind just goes where I just want to go hard every time because I feel like I need to. And sometimes going hard and mastering the workout means sticking to the program. So that goes for any sport. Trust the process, believe in what you do, give your body the recovery it needs, and understand it's the long game. You never want to do something for short-term gratification. Sure, it felt really good on mile 10.5 of a 12-mile easy run to run that last mile and a half in 9 minutes. But here I am today, couldn't finish a time trial that was going to set the tone for my future Ironman workouts, not because I wasn't good enough, but because I wasn't physically intact. And that really sucks. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope if you take anything away from this video, you need to train with your head as much as you train with your body, okay? You need to understand that there are so many benefits to training at a lower intensity as long as you're completing the intent of the workout correctly. Most of my workouts on Ironman Prep, the intent is not to freaking put my head down and crush a PR. And I find myself doing that way too often. It's an ego thing. And if I want my ego to shine the one day people are gonna see it, which is race day, I need to let go of it for the workouts where it's not needed. So I appreciate you guys watching. Easy cycle to end this day, end this training cycle. The next 10 days, we're gonna focus on swimming, biking, building a ton of volume on those two sports. Like I said, I bugged out. I thought it was the end of the world. It's not. I have a lot of freaking time until Tulsa, a lot of time to regroup on the run, we're gonna be a master in the water. We're gonna be a fish these next couple days. On the bike, we're gonna put time in the saddle. When my knee is fresh, we're gonna get those watts up. The legs are gonna come back fresher. The next 2 weeks, I'm gonna spend time in the gym, strengthening my small twitch muscles, mastering mobility, learning everything about the damn IT band and how to strengthen those small little muscles that prevent injury. This is gonna make me better, guys. With every little failure that you think comes up, it's not a failure. It's really just an opportunity to learn, make yourself way better in the long term. So hit that subscribe button, follow me to see how this pans out. I have every bit of confidence in my mind. It's all gonna work out okay. And in 7 days to 2 weeks, I'll be back running and crushing it. So stay hard, guys. Catch you guys in the next one.